Hello family, welcome to and welcome back. I'm Sew-Ronica and I'm so ready to remind you to sew into your future. So here on today's episode of Sew Into Your Future, we are going to be making some cube steaks. For the first time, y'all, I ain't never cooked this in my life. I've never eaten this in my life. I don't even know what a cube steak is. Okay, so as y'all saw, these are $9.50. And I'm just gonna grab a bowl real quick. I got this recipe. Y'all see the noodles, y'all see it. As soon as they said that the noodles didn't have those things in them, I don't know if you've seen that over the internet, but they were saying that you can't, that them noodles had stuff in them. Anyway, so yeah, I'm buying them. They're just good on a day that you're hungry and you don't want to cook anything. I mean, you still got to cook them, but you know what I mean. You just want to fill your belly and keep going. Alright. So now we're going to rinse these in cool water. I've already washed my hands. Lavaso las manos. And I'm just going to use cool water, a small stream, because it looks like this is going to fall apart. That's what it looked like. Yeah, we're just gonna do it like this. You say, well, I've never rinsed. It looks like hamburger, so it feels like I'm rinsing hamburger off. But she said to rinse them, so we're gonna rinse them. Lord Jesus, give me strength for the battle. So what do I think about this? This looks really nasty. This don't look like anything I would eat. I don't like meat that's too tough to chew, y'all. Y'all seen the dental issue video? If you haven't, check it out. Govern yourselves accordingly. Don't say nothing crazy. Sensitive subject. All right. Cube steaks hood style. Where I get this recipe from, I saw Karen Clark Sheard. Y'all know who Karen Clark Sheard is? Matter of fact, it was Dorinda. That's the other sister. I think it's 4 of them. Alright, so we're going to drain that water off. Now we're going to look at how much we've lost in the washing, which isn't a lot. That could have made good for some gravy though. Alright, so this is going to be the bowl that we season them with. Now I believe in getting down and through there, y'all. It shouldn't take long to cook nothing. Nothing? Nothing. I'm using my seasonings. I'm not going to use the same seasoning she used. Because to each his own. But, y'all know how it is in the black household. We all, everything going, I can't even say that because I don't know for sure. I don't eat everybody's cooking. When we was in foster care, we stayed with, our foster dad was 73 years old, and I forget how old our foster mom was. I think she was older than him. So that should tell you something. Excuse me, she had, what is in that? I don't want nothing that's going to make me cough like that. Anyway, we're going to put it all in here. We're going to do it just like we do pork chops. Excuse me. Whew. Hallelujah. Since God has allowed you to be able to sneeze, you need to bless him. Okay, wait a minute. Because of the texture of this meat, I feel like I need to lay them flat. She had hers laying flat. going to do it like these. And I really don't want to touch. See, I just wanted to, it's whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, so we was in foster care, and our foster dad was like super up there in age. And our foster mom, she was battling health issues where she couldn't really do anything. So it was up to our foster sister, who was 24. Yeah, he used to cook stuff like raccoon and, you know what I'm saying, stuff that our mama never cooked, honey. We didn't have fatback and salt pork and all that. And so when we was in their foster home, it was, child, we was complaining. Even though they were black, and, you know, we was happy because we complained that we wanted to be with a black family because I was super embarrassed at school when I would have to get in the station wagon with a bunch of Caucasians. Y'all, can I be myself on my channel? Can I say it like I want to say it? Can I do it like I want to do it? So, I was in the 3rd grade, and it just, ever since I can remember, I've always had a real sense of, not self, but a sense of being embarrassed. And also, when we was with Caucasians, they didn't understand our hair. So when we would say we was crying for a relaxer, they was like, we don't understand. Why do you want your hair to be, we would say perm. We wanted a perm. And they would say, but your hair is already curly. Like, it's already like really poofy. And we just don't. And I get it. Because, you know, culture shock is culture shock, however you look at it. But, y'all, when we went to that black family, we complained everywhere we was at, period. Okay? We complained. But I learned something from each foster home, each group home. So, it just wasn't home. That's what I learned. It just was, there's no place like home. Click heels 3 times, Dorothy. So, I'm not putting no more of the green and the yellow on there, y'all. We just not doing that. That'll be inside the gravy or something, because... And you got to get a little assembly line. That way you know what sauce, what seasoning you already done put on there. Excuse me. But yeah, our foster dad, he was a good cook. Now that I'm older and I appreciate soul food, you know, I still ain't ate no raccoon since then. Y'all, they went hunting and got that raccoon. If you've ever had raccoon, leave it in the comment section. But they went hunting and came back with a raccoon, talking about leave the foot on it, leave the foot on it. If you don't leave the foot on it, then we don't know if it's a dog or not. That's all I needed to hear, honey. And I don't even think I tried it. They slathered barbecue sauce on it. Don't forget about my barbecue sauce. They slathered barbecue sauce on there. And I think sometimes black people feel like if you put barbecue sauce on anything, it's edible. And that's just not the case. You know, some things ought not to be eaten. But, to each his own. If you at home seasoning raccoon right now, do you, boo. Do you. But, I just don't understand, like, how did the cube steak get to look like cube steak? Like, what is this? Who's... Because, like, why is some pieces brown and some pieces red and some pieces white? I done lost train of what I've already put on here and what I haven't. It's always best to unseason it, because you can always add more seasoning than to over-season it. I do know that. Because I ain't eating nothing that's been over-seasoned, honey. I'm going to take a bite of it, and then that salt, I'm going to feel it instantly. Because, you know, salt make your tongue tingle. And once my tongue get the tangling, that's when I know, okay, yeah, nah, I ain't going to be able to do this one. So now I'm going to give it a good one of these. You say, why are you stabbing the meat? To push to further solidify that this meat will be seasoned in Jesus' name. It will be. It's pushing that seasonings down in there. Don't stab your finger now. Don't stab your finger. Yeah, this has never looked good to me in the store. And I know you're probably like, why would raw meat look good to you in the store? Just the texture of the cubes protruding like that. But since Karen Clark, honey, Dorinda Clark sang this, put this meal together a couple days ago, and she made it look super easy, and she said she wasn't the best cook, but her husband then stuck around for, I think, what she say, 40-some years. I said, well, maybe this cube steak will shut Tony up. You know what I'm saying? Because he always talking about I cook the same 4 dishes. He ain't went nowhere, though. It's been 11 years. He ain't went nowhere. Them 4 dishes in rotation are working. All right, family. So we are running out of room on the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and put this like this, just like that. That's what you want to do. And now we are going to, I'm not going to put no egg with it because she didn't put no egg with it. And it looked like it was just fine without the egg. But I usually, that's what I use as an adhesive. Y'all see that? I didn't season the flour. I usually season my flour. This is brand new flour. Ooh, yes, I'm using brand new flour, y'all. Some people found that little comment to be disgusting that I said I recycle my flour and my grease. But then some people said they do it too, so I just happen to be one of those that do it. Not embarrassed by it, not embarrassed. Because I can't think of the last time I invited somebody over for dinner, honey. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm not the best host, so I don't want to have to prepare for you. I don't want to have to clean up after you. I just don't. All right, so I'm going to have to clear some stuff off my phone. It's 4 o'clock. I should have had a short going up now, but I've been busy all day, y'all, fooling around with that car. So I don't have anything ready for today. It'll probably, well, I do have stuff ready, but it'll probably be pushed back. The short will go up at 5, and the video will go up at 6. Because it's Friday. Usually, according to the YouTube analytics, my people come on later on Fridays. They don't watch until, yeah. But I don't look at it like that. I don't check it daily. I mean, I do look at it daily. But I don't draw my conclusion until the end of the week. And then sometimes the end of the month. Like, how did this video fare over the month period? Because some people just don't have time, honey. They're busy, and I get it. But my job is to put the content out. And when people get around to it, you know, some people, they might be traveling right now and need something to watch. And God has given them a liking to my channel. That's how I look at it. But if you doubt in yourself and you like, ain't nobody gonna watch, don't nobody like my personality, don't nobody like, I ain't got nothing worth looking at. I'm hood. I'm ghetto. You know, if you counting yourself out, it's a whole bunch of people that's living just like you, child. You better show them things. Them things that you're trying to hide. You better show them. All right, yeah, this feels like, this does not feel like, let me stop. Feels like something, not edible. But now I'm going to clean my stove off, and I'm going to get my grease hot. So, we're going to move right on along with this dish. Because I want to start a new sewing project. I'm so excited. My first little winter skirt set. It's a cute pattern and everything. It is not sweater-like material, but it's definitely wintertime material. And I think it has the color orange in there. And y'all know, honey, orange against the skin tone. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so as y'all can see, I cleaned up the stove. And now I'm getting ready to add the grease to the hot skillet. The skillet is hot. You don't want to put too much oil, but you do want to put enough to fry them. And you're going to use the excess to make gravy. That's what she did in the video. I should get some onions chopped up. Y'all, I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff off my phone before I could even get to this point. I don't have bell pepper. Yes, I do. When did I buy this? Is this still good? This is still good. Eat some of these grapes. Y'all, last night I made a lemon cake. I did it off camera though. We're gonna go ahead and turn that off because that is beginning to give off an odor, a fish grease odor. We turned it off, but it's still, I don't know. We're going to set that there. What the? I probably turned that too early. Alright, so this is our onion. I decided to put the other one back. Ooh, what the? You would think a white onion would be better, but we're going to use what we got to get what we want. JK, only playing. Ooh, I felt that. Hallelujah. Y'all see the skills? I got the skills to pay the bills. No? Whatever. Clean up as you go. We're going to rinse this off. We didn't rinse the onion off because they was already rinsed off from when I bought it. Now we can turn it back on and low and slow. I just felt like that grease was a little too hot. So my mother used to tell us a story about how, you know, she had 4 girls, and how in church we would do like, is it renditions? We would sing the Clark Sisters song. And the Clark Sisters is a gospel group, for those who don't know. Because like I said, honey, I got a little bit of everybody following this channel, and everybody don't know. Everybody don't be knowing who everybody is. But thanks to Google, when I say Clark Sisters, you can, you know. Anyway, so they had a 4-part harmony. And even though I was like 2 years old, honey, my mama said she put me up there. It's my living in that. Oh God. I probably stood there and didn't say nothing. Now the earliest memory I have, well no, I have quite a bit, but being in church, giving an Easter speech, and when I was at Faith Deliverance Church, and after my Easter speech, everybody was saying it sounded like I was preaching. And it was probably because I was nervous. I don't know. They didn't have cell phones back then to record it, you know, readily how we do today. Honey, we will record any and everything today. Oh, look at little Juju taking his first steps. Look at him. Oh, look at little jumping bean. Rolling over on his side for the first time. Everything gets recorded. Low key, I'm a little jealous because I didn't get to do that with my kids. But I do have some stuff recorded on the camcorder. Honey, what? I don't like where this is going. Why is that curling up like that? In the name of Jesus. Like, I'm serious. Anyway, so we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like that. I'm gonna put part of these in there like that so that the aroma can start to do what the aroma's gonna do. So when my husband comes home for his lunch break, then he can know that I'm trying. So he don't want to trade me in for nothing a little bit younger or a different color. Okay, get a little darker one, get a little lighter one. Anyway. All right, so what do I think so far? I'm concerned about the tenderness of everything. These kind of look like country fried steaks that you get from Church's Chicken. And they come with 2 blocks of mashed potatoes with some gravy, some questionable gravy on top. Yeah, that's what that kind of looks like. And it's good. It's fire at Church's Chicken now. You go get you one of them country fried steaks. I don't know what it's made out of, though. I don't know if it's chicken, beef, or pork. Because it tastes like it's, I don't know. I don't know. Don't give me the line. So, guys, I'm going to put a little bit more flour in here. Because we want to make gravy when we're done. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to do that. Alright, and I just want to double dip because they starting to get dry. I feel like an egg would have been more appropriate. Or some mustard. Now, I do know they're supposed to finish cooking in the oven. I do know that. But I'm just going to add a little bit more flour on here because this see how it's sticking together? I had that thought with those in there, but I didn't follow my first mind. So now I'm regretting it. Regrets. Alright. Now, if y'all seen the video I'm talking about with Karen Clark, I feel like they should have had a little bit more gravy, but to each his own. Yeah, gonna set that there. Yeah, you do what you need to do. You know, if you got mouse traps in the background, if you got roaches, honey, incorporate all that into your whatever you got going on. It's time for you to stop letting these excuses hold you back from showcasing the gifts and talents that God has given you. You say, is that what you're doing? Is this your gift? Is this your talent? Honey, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to find my footing and get my rhythm. But I know I got to eat and I got to cook because I don't enjoy going out to eat. So if I got to do it, I might as well record myself doing it, honey. If I got to do it, it must be recorded. So where are my tongs? If it's not scissors, it's tongs. I'm always... Is this the one I put in first? Okay, we're going to turn the heat up just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and add all that. Because what are we waiting on? You know, what are we waiting on? Y'all, I cooked with my pot for the first time yesterday. And I cooked the dish. Matter of fact, why am I cooking this one? Okay, yeah, I do know. Because Tony came home and he didn't eat it because it was a vegetarian dish. Excuse me. Made with organic pasta. So he didn't eat it. Matter of fact, what he did was, when he came home from his lunch break and he saw what I cooked, I'm not even going to tell y'all what, let's just say he doctored it up. So, knowing that he didn't like that, I was like, well, let me go ahead and try this cube steak recipe. Yeah, don't let nothing, I don't care. See, the thing is, I feel like a lot of people have already been saturated with, I don't know, let's say Facebook content or Instagram content. And so now, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying like you have built up a persona, you know what I'm saying, where people think you are living better than what you are. And so now, when it comes time for you to do something like really go in and try to make money off YouTube, you feel like, and this ain't, like I said, this ain't, somebody understands what I'm talking about. You feel like, well, I can't really show them my everyday day-to-day because my everyday day-to-day doesn't match what I put out in the past. And I'm here to tell you, I have never tried to be anything more than what I was. Now, I did try to do some things that weren't authentic. I did try to come across as if I knew a little bit more than what I did. You know what I'm saying? But if your vocabulary ain't enhanced, if your education level isn't where you want it to be, don't let nothing stop you from making the content. There's somebody that can relate. There's somebody that can appreciate it. There's somebody that might just find humor in it. There's somebody that might learn what they need to learn from it. That might be their reason why God sent them to your channel, so that they can start their YouTube channel on how to put verbs together. What is a noun? What is a proper sentence? How not to end a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like there's literally a reason for everything. And so, because you're not in position, somebody else ain't gonna get an ideal from your channel. Okay. So anyway, like somebody might be watching this and they see this swimming in grease, talking about, I'm about to make some gravy. They like, you know what? I just really need to help the black community out and show them how to eat healthier. But then they talk themselves out of making that channel because they're like, well, it's 1,004 channels that are already telling people how to eat healthy. But it's not you telling them how to eat healthy. with your facial expressions, with your mannerisms, with your level of compassion, with your stories of experiences as to why eating healthy is important. Tell them about how you was, on your way out. You was on your way out. You had one foot here in the now, and the other foot halfway in eternity. You was on your way out. And then God brought you back and told you to change your diet. I've heard testimonies like that. So I'm trying really hard to make sure that these are nice and tender. And after you cook all of these, we got, 3 more to go. We got 3 here and 3 more to go. And then we're going to throw this flour in this oil, and we're going to start whisking. That's how they did it. Threw the flour in there, start whisking. Now, did I already have knowledge on how to make gravy? A little bit. Have I ever felt like I mastered gravy? Homemade gravy? No. But I feel like it's like my pancakes. It took me, I don't know, probably 10 boxes of pancakes, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about from my whole life to where I actually realized the ratio of the water to the pancake mix. And then, you know what I'm saying? I have cried over trying to make pancakes when my babies was like 2 and 3. Me trying to make them pancakes, and it was like either too fluffy or too runny, or they burn, or they, you know what I'm saying? But it takes trial and error. So I am prepared. If I mess this gravy up, that's all right. I know that, I think it's cornstarch. Some people use flour, but cornstarch will thicken up anything. But you got to be careful with that cornstarch, because my husband's a diabetic, and so stuff that's, certain stuff can trigger certain reactions. So I try to I do, for the most part, stay away from the cornstarch. But when I know that I'm cooking something, like if I didn't cook pork chops 3 days in a row, I know Tony's not going to eat it that 3rd day. So I'll add some cornstarch and some baking soda to that flour mix so that I know I can get it as crispy as I want it, because he's not going to eat it. He's going to be like, I'm tired of pork chops. He's very sweet when he says it, but his mama got him spoiled. I know she got them other three brothers of his spoiled as well. Honey, I wish we could have had pork chops 3 days in a row when I was growing up. But like I said, his mama was a really good cook. That wasn't what she did professionally, but she was a really good cook, and she taught her boys how to cook. And now they are grown men that can allegedly throw down in the kitchen. I don't know. I ain't tried none of. Well, I know his one brother that lives around the corner can. But yeah. So we're just gonna wait for these to get nice and crispy, and we're gonna put them over there. And then we're gonna cook the other 2, and we'll come back when they're ready to make the gravy. When we're ready to make the gravy. Ugh. So I just want to say, I want to encourage y'all to watch my older cooking content. Because there's some good recipes in there. It's some good content. Just watch it. Them onions are starting to burn, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm just going to try a little piece because I'm hungry. Where has this been all my life? Thanks, there ain't no pink. You don't want no pink. What did I put in here that's spicy? This must have been the one that got too much pepper on it. It's spicy. Dorinda, not only can you sing, but girl, you can throw down too. These onions are burning. We should have put the onions in last. I'm going to go ahead and let this be the... What did I use this for? My onion? Because I know when my son come down the steps, he gonna want to taste. Mmm. I don't care.
You're not even scented. Well, I guess the food's on that side. Alright guys, and what we're going to do is we're just going to drain the cube steak. We're going to put all the grease. We're trying to drain it, but we're going to put all the grease in it. Just to make sure the middle part is cooked thoroughly. That's why we're draining it.
We're getting rid of those onions that are burnt.
So we pour the onions onto the steak.
Now we're going to put this right back here. We're going to take this, shake it real good.
I'm going to shake it off real nice. And we're going to put it back. We want that charred look. You're not going to get that if you just cook it the regular way. I'm going to put it back and we're going to turn the heat up a little bit. But we're going to put those...
You need this oil because this grease is what's going to make the gravy.
So the grease is making the gravy. So we're just kind of throwing it back and forth. It's like a trade-off, you know, trade-off, trade-on. What are we draining? We don't know. We could have just taken the cube steak, put it on a plate, and then drained it that way.
But it's still cooking.
But it's not fully cooked, so that's why we did what we did. Why we had to do what we do. You ask me what I'm doing, I say, who are you?
What?
You ask me how this is made, I say it's nothing new.
Where you get that from?
I just made it up on the side.
Alright guys, so we are almost ready for the gravy aspect of it. So let that cook a little bit longer.
As you guys can see, it is cube.
It's in cubes.
It is a cube shape, yes.
You want to step in front of the camera and show your face?
No, I'm okay. The camera guy's steady. We're gonna slide it around. Like we don't know what we're doing. We're gonna throw it around in there.
No, I'm ready to add the flour and make the gravy, but I gotta be patient. Got to be patient.
Put it in therapy, I don't want to hear it. Write it down. Put it in the journal.
I'm talking to my supporters. I'm talking to my supporters.
Put it in the journal.
So me,
put it in the journal.
Ezzy, it's recording.
Hey, put it in the journal.
Ezzy, it's recording. Respect the hustle.
Put it in the journal. We don't want to hear it. Put it in the journal. We don't want to hear it.
So I realized that.
Put it in the journal.
I realized that me not.
Put it in the journal. Put it in the journal.
So you want to add the flour. Just ignore her. And you want to give it a good whisk. You want to whisk it real good. Get all them.
Do you want me to zoom it in?
Yeah. You want to give it. You're getting rid of the clumps and the lumps and the bumps. Pumps in the bump. Pumps in the bump. Pumps in the bump. With the bumps in the bump. Bumps in the bump. Bumps in the bump. Bumps in the bump.
Whiskey. Yeah. Whiskey. Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Serious again. We're serious again. So you want to give it a good whisk to get rid of the lumps.
And a bump.
And before you add the water. Now I forget, was it hot water or was it cold water she added? I'm gonna go with hot. Oh, we're gonna turn the fire on first of all. Turn that back on.
What did you find?
Honey, I think one of them onions slipped past me.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We want a little burnt onion. I just want to make sure it's an onion because...
Oh. Don't put that in there.
If it was anything other than, we need to start this over. onion. I'm seeing now that I've added the white flour to it. Are you able to see the black onions surfaces?
I mean, I'm seeing stuff.
All right, so we got a few black onions in there. They don't taste good when you bite down into them, and I knew it because the tutorial I'm following, she even when she added the onions and the bell peppers in there before the meat was done, I was like, but I'm gonna follow her lead because them cube steaks is delicious. So when you add the water, she said it's gonna thicken up.
Oh. Come on now.
You gotta take that out. Nope.
Oh no, you gotta take that one out. You can cut that out.
Somebody needs to know.
Nobody needs to know.
Somebody needs to know. Alright, so I don't know if this is...
Yeah, at this point we are done with the recipe. We are following... In the words of High School Musical, I gotta go my own way.
Oh Lord, why does it look like this? Hallelujah! You gotta praise God while you're cooking because when the blessings go up, this is...
No, you got it.
When the blessings go up, the praises come down.
When the blessings go up, the water comes down.
Oh Lord, why does this look like this? Okay. I'm familiar with this now. Now I can work with this. And she said you want to... Okay, there it is. There it is. I was scared. Hallelujah, Jesus. She said, ooh, this is really thick. How we thin this out again? Anyway. So she said she seasoned her gravy. But I'm not going to do that because them pork steaks was a little bit too seasoned, if you ask me. And you didn't. Alright, so we're just going to slather and gather. Is it going? Is it? Slather and gather. We should have been heating up our oven. Lord have mercy. I'm sitting up here talking to you, shooting the breeze.
Well...
And now we're going to get the rest of this gravy out of here. Not with that. I thought I had more water in there. We're going to add a little water to it. I want to get all this goodness out of here because we don't want no dry cube steaks. My husband made it clear that he wants to have gravy on top of his rice and on top of his vegetables. And I told him he's doing good to have this right here. All right. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it.
Was this in there?
This was not. This is where I go my own way.
And what about us?
What?
What about everything we've been through?
And we're just going to make sure that that gravy understands.
I gotta go. It's on there though. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I can't be a witness no longer.
Girl, this is, I don't know what you, look. I don't know what you, I don't know. This is going to turn out good. All right, so now we got gravy on every part, top, bottom, in, out, up, down, round and round. Slather it up. All right. I feel led to add a little bit more water. And I'm going to do that. And now we're going to put a top on it, some foil, some aluminum foil, and we're going to put it in the oven that should have been preheated. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want to feel what love is. part she said she did because because it makes it more tender. That's what she said. I forget how long she cooked it, but my common sense is gonna kick in. So as I was saying, my common sense is gonna kick in and it's gonna let me know when it's done. But now we're gonna wipe the stove off. We're gonna clean this up. We're gonna get our rice going now because I wanna have this done before my son has to go to work so that he can take some of this with him. I'm just that kind of mama. But we're gonna use the minute rice. Done in 5 minutes. It's not a minute rice. So we got our pot, our new pot, filled, well not filled. It's like up to here with water. I feel like that's too much water to cook rice. But I do want to cook a lot of it. So this is like this much in here. And I want to cook all of it. Can y'all see? So yeah, I want to cook all of it because I got family coming in tomorrow. And I don't want to have to cook rice. I don't want to have to worry about the rice. You know. If I have to cook more cube steaks, if I have to cook some pork chops for them when they get off the plane, then so be it. But I don't want to have to cook the rice.
You sold your car to get that
one. What does that have to do with anything? So I'm not sure how you get the gravy to continue gravying, but as you can see, you know, the rice is good, but this is not the amount of gravy that I was anticipating. And then when you lift those up, I don't know. I just wanted more gravy. So y'all saw how much gravy was in there beforehand. And this is the plate that I've been munching on. It's not as tender. It's not. There's something inside that I don't care for. It's like, makes it tough. Yeah. I don't care for that. I'm gonna try this piece. If this ain't tender, that's going to the dog. All right now. I think I just like it better without gravy.